back to Conversations. Today we continue part 2 of our conversation with Danice Hinds, who is an entrepreneur, an investor, and mentor. Now, if you missed part 1, check out the link in the description below. And if you haven't yet, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, click the bell so that you get all notifications when they come out. Let's go.
One thing for sure that I can never I cannot talk about the Girls Club and not mention that while the vision is mine and the curriculum and all that, I curated the curriculum, the execution of my Girls Club is other individuals. It's my mom. She's at the helm of this Girls Club. Like you would not see her at the club because she's at work and she's at her salon. But simple things like making sure that toilet paper and hand soap is packed in the Girls Club bag, as we call it. That is done, right? Because you will go to a school and not think that you should walk with toilet paper. My mom is thinking about those things, and I'm like, oh yes, let's go have a great day with the girls. Yeah, mom, I want to go to the bathroom. First of all, anybody calls me mom, they have to give me $1. Like, yeah, all the toilet paper is there, hand soap is there, there's cups. All of that, that's my mom, right? And then we have the coordinators, and Jennifer Hinds, Akiba Boeing, and Elisa Ellis. Elisa, she makes sure the girls eat every Saturday. They have solid lunch every Saturday. Again, we can't take like little things like these for granted. Every Saturday they have solid meals. And then we have Kiba Boyne and Jennifer Hinds behind. Jennifer Hinds, she's the person that I was talking about that I met for the first time. So she outsources the mentors for the day. And then Kiba Boyne, she's the admin behind all of it. So there's a team behind the club. They make sure that, sometimes if I decide like a certain client, I would do their hair like super early. So if the club starts at 10 and I'm not there by 10, like nobody has to miss me because the club is running a full momentum, full steam ahead, because there is a phenomenal team behind that. So yes, that's the team and my contact information. Any questions, queries, how to get your child involved, you can just, contact me.
So beautiful. Then we want to thank both you and your team and all those persons who would have come in to do the various sessions and the mentorship, because it's really good when we are able to give back to our community and give back to the younger ones, because after all, they are the future. And we have to ensure that our future is a bright one.
Absolutely.
Now, in terms of things on the business side, how would you say, what role does social media play in your business?
Social media is huge, because before, with both businesses, with investing and hairstyling, as with my salon, before a lot salons grew, or the hair industry grew a lot on word of mouth, right? So somebody would say, who did your hair? You give them the number, okay, you call, and the person books the appointment and they come, and you have 2 clients for the rest of your life. Or that's how it kept going on. With the advent of social media now, it is, who did your hair? The person has an Instagram. I want to see the work. So because that is now the added on question, you can't run from social media. You literally can't run from it. As a hair, whatever your trade is, whatever your business is, you can't run from social media. So that plays a huge role in communicating with clients, communicating with potential clients, sending out messages quickly to the masses. You can leverage social media heavily as it relates to now this sphere of my life, having these conversations and all of that. If I did not have social media, the only persons that would know that I do this kind of thing is who I am directly in contact with. But because now you can put stuff like this on social media, like this is a a media house. We're going to put this on social media or whichever platform so other people can see. So if we did not have social media, then this broadcast could not get out to anybody outside of Barbados or whatever. So social media is huge. Now, where I can see why people are intimidated by it is because people use it negatively to post all the negative that is happening and not use it for the right reasons. But as long as your purpose is there, social media becomes a tool that is going to get your purpose to the world. So understanding that I am leveraging social media and it's not using me, then, I just use it as one of my tools to, scale my business. So social media is one of the most important, assets right now to any business, for sure.
Right. So doing business in Barbados, what would you say is one of the biggest challenges that you face thus far?
Again, no, this is a conversation that I probably have once a week. And two things, because one of the things that I don't want to say it bothers me, but it is huge because I travel a lot. Like I travel this year, I went away twice only because of COVID. I had about 8 trips scheduled for this year. And the first place I went was to Trinidad, and then my second trip was back to Europe, right? I went to London, Germany. Yeah, I was supposed to go over to Paris as well, but everything started happening so quickly, so we had to abandon that thought. But what really did it for me in terms of coming back to Barbados, and one of the things that I think is a limitation is how open-minded people are. Barbadians specifically, they're not always willing to change. It is always a difficult or a fight or a pushback when people have different ideas, because it is very comfortable, and I understand that it's very comfortable to do tradition, to do what has been happening before, because yes, it has been, you can see that it has been done, but is it working though? Is it effective? Is it efficient? Is it going towards the future? Is it helping us to be on the same playing field as the world that is going in different directions? And, we just don't want to catch up, or we don't want to change quickly, because sometimes we do end up changing, but quickly is what will do it for us if we just do it, right? So I traveled to Italy last year, and when I was in Italy, the average mind would just be, enjoying what I am seeing. But here I am enjoying what I am seeing, but then my mind is like, so why can't we get it together in this area in Barbados? And we have Italy we can pick up Barbados and drop it in Italy, and they're like so efficient and they're getting stuff done. And it just comes down to just people being very close-minded and small-minded and not wanting to change. So if that's one thing that, really takes me off sometimes, is just listen to individuals who are willing to go out and bring back information, and don't just on the information. Sometimes, yes, you have to be rational and think about stuff. And I call it, it is fine to be skeptical about information. That's the truth. It is fine. But don't have analysis paralysis. Don't just sit in thinking about more, or thinking about a change, or thinking about getting better. Do it. Do it. And because I guess my personality is, get it done within reason. It's just like, yeah, we can do this. This makes sense. Just don't take a whole year to think about it. So then I guess that's what, really takes me off. But close-minded or small-minded or people who are not willing to change, that's my answer to that question.
I
Yeah.
Pardon? No, I was saying I've been hearing that quite a bit from conversations with others. But I
Yeah,
do agree that there's so much more that we have to offer and that we can do as a country. And I hope that we can all work together, and make Barbados what it can be.
what it can be, and that's the important thing, because where we are today, you and I, the country, the world, that isn't who we actually could potentially be. Even any person that even feels as though they've reached their pinnacle, there's always another level, but you have to be exposed to the next level and then say, okay, let's take the steps to get there. So yeah, there's always more that we can become. So you're absolutely right.
All right, so listening to you, Danice, I want to know what motivates you. We're wrapping up in a bit. What motivates you?
What motivates me every single day is the fact that if I share a piece of information with somebody, it can change their life if they allow it. So to keep sharing information means that I have to keep growing as a person. So every single day I am motivated by the thought, because sometimes seeing somebody change is not immediate, or seeing something happen is not overnight. So I'm motivated every day by the thought that if I be consistent with my purpose, then I can change. Like I can set up somebody to be in position to change, or to get information that can, be that light bulb for that individual. Even if I gave you in that information 5 years ago, and it took 5 years for something to click, I am fulfilled knowing that I shared information and somebody is winning. Somebody is going to the next level. Somebody is finding their purpose again, Elijah. Somebody was stuck somewhere, and something that was said, something that was done, something that I did and they saw, or something like that, I was able to have that moment that can help that person go to the next level, or help somebody else get to the next level as well. So every day I wake up motivated to answer one question, and one question only: how can I serve? And when I go to bed and I've served, then I had a great day. That's it. It's like nothing, just not how much money I can make today. How can I serve? And that's it. That's it for me every single day. How can I serve?
Beautiful. So I was going to ask you how you define success for yourself, but based upon what you were saying, how can I serve? All right. So sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's it. You're right.
So based on your experience then, what advice would you have for other entrepreneurs?
The same advice that I indirectly got: do it. Don't wait until everything is perfect. And I know that is human nature, right? You want all of your ducks to be in a row. You don't want to step out on a limb and look silly, or you are afraid that if you do something, it fails. And if it fails, congratulations, because you've just learned a lesson, right? The person that didn't do anything and didn't fail, they don't know anything. They don't know what not to do the next time. So if you want to do something, you're going to have to obviously counsel. You need counsel from God. Get that peace about it. And if you feel like this is my calling, this is my purpose, this is my passion, do it. If you want to be a hairstylist, you do not need a salon to start styling hair. You don't need a storefront to start selling clothes. You don't need a restaurant to be a chef. Start somewhere. Just start. And you're going to see that if it is, in fact, your passion and your purpose. Will it be easy? No, there's no purpose or passion that is easy. If you feel like everything is easy, check something. Like, your passion will cause you to have to sacrifice something, right? But just do it, go for it, and everything will start to fall into place. So the first thing is to just do it. And the second thing is that comparison is the thief of all joy. Comparison is the thief of all joy. So to my entrepreneurs, please do not compare yourself to anybody else, because your day one is somebody's year 5. You see somebody on social media flying high and doing the absolute most and all of that. You have no idea. You have no idea how that person is getting that done. It may be legitimate. They may have put in all of the work. Sometimes they haven't. Sometimes they're doing things that they will never want the world to know about to get to that place. So do not compare yourself, your journey, to anybody else's journey. Your results will come as your outcome will be as of a result of the journey that you take. And last but not least, serve. As an entrepreneur, I heard a definition that an entrepreneur is somebody who solves a problem and it becomes profitable, right? So you see a problem, you have a solution, your solution brings income, you're an entrepreneur, right? You just solve the problem for profit. But do not focus on profits. Do not focus on income. Don't do it. Don't do it, right? When the business element comes into play, yes. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. With the business element to it, you're going to have to know targets, know how much that the business has to make at the end of the month so it can be profitable, and you can pay your expenses and all of that. When you figure out what that target is, or whatever you want to make at the end of the year and all of that, because that is a part of business. So we can't be afraid to talk about money. But when you figure out that, to get that money, the only question is, how can I serve? You have to serve your way to the top. Serve your way to the top. I often say results my way to the top. So if I am a hairstylist, to be the best hairstylist in Barbados, I have to produce results. I have to have great customer service. My clients have to keep coming back. If I have to switch clients every week, then I'm not the best. So yes, I'm switching clients every week and I made my target. So yes, cool, the target has been smashed. But what about your reputation? What about what individuals are saying because your customer service stinks? And the only thing you're thinking about is that, yeah, I collected whatever from that person. So you have to serve your way to the top, right? So just start. Comparison is the thief of all joy. Do not compare your journey to anybody else's journey. And then last but not least is serve your way to the top. That's what I would say to any entrepreneur.
And finally, to wrap up, we just want to know, what encouragement would you give to some young person who sees you as their role model?
Well, first of all, there are, I don't really have like what would I say? First, here is what I realized. There are a lot of people who watch me on social media and they're scared to say something. Somebody literally admitted it. So for whoever sees this, I am super nice. Like, I'm super animated, dramatic. I'll be your best friend in your head. It doesn't matter. Like, just ask me a question. So that, like, what I would say to individuals who see me as a role model is, ask questions, a lot of questions, ask questions, right? And before you seek out a mentor, because your journey is going to start in your mind. It's going to be a vision first. And your journey is going to need instructions. You're going to need to focus on something. But most importantly, you're going to need a mentor. So if we call it a role model or a mentor, or some people call it a hero. So if it is that you see me as your mentor or your hero or your role model, you have to know, you will never need to know how you're going to get to your goal. The how is at God. But what you want to do before you seek out a mentor or seek out a role model, just know what you want to do. You want to be a hairstylist? Okay. That's all you need to know. And then you're going to seek out the mentor and they're going to slotting this, slotting that, slotting the next. You're going to seek God. He's going to bring the right people to you. So just know what you want to do. Right? So if you go to your mentor and the person says, or what do you want to do? I don't know. Person can't help you. Right? So find that time to really, and it can change. You don't have to stick to the same thing for the rest of your life. It can change, but know what you want to do, and the how will be in collaboration and all of that, right? And then lastly, as it relates to role models and all of that, if you say that somebody's your role model, you say that somebody's your mentor, and they give you instruction, you have to do it. You're gonna have to do it, because it is so interesting that there's so many people that call individuals mentors or role models. You give them instructions and then they don't carry it out. So then how are you expecting the results that you want, with that, out of that relationship? So yeah. So if you see me as a role model, reach out, talk to me. I like talking to people. I'm super creative, right? And know what you want to do and follow instructions, right? So that's what I would say to anybody who wants to connect with me. So that's it.
All right, Danice, we want to thank you so much for joining us today on Conversations. It was really great and really encouraging, actually, having this conversation with you. And I'm sure that all of the persons who are viewing this would agree with me as well. We want to thank you so much. And we pray that God will continue to bless you and to bless your business. And even in mentioning that, just let persons know how they can find you on social media if they want to get to know anything more about your business or contact.
Yeah, so on social media, I have 2 pages. So my hair page, that is Project Hair to Soul at Project Hair to Soul. So it is Project PROGECT hair, HAIR, like literally hair, and number 2. So not TO is the actual number 2, and Soul, SOUL. So that's Project Hair to Soul. That's my business page. And then my regular page is not private or anything. It's just at Danice. So you just put in my name at Danice and you'll find me.
All right. So thanks again, Danice, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.
Thank you too for having me. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right. You're most welcome.
We hope that you thoroughly enjoyed today's conversation and that you were encouraged to go out there and let your light so shine. So have a great day, and don't forget, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon.